We've got some pictures with a Glock switch on the back of it, which is we prosecuted federally because of it, because it turns that pistol into an automatic weapon. This was not done lightly. It was not done easily. It took a surgical and strategic approach to find out who were the leaders of these gangs, target them, make cases on them, and put them away for significant time. I'm going to give you an example of some of the times that they received and were sentenced to. 72 months, 68 months, 72 months, 120 months, 60 months, 60 months, 78 months, and so on. Those are significant penalties that really give them pause to think about what they were doing. It's significant. We'll let some of the others maybe talk if they like in a minute, and then we'll open up to questions. But before we do that, I want to thank the citizens for their participation in this. Without them and the many phone calls that we received, because they're tired of these people shooting their guns in their city, and they wanted to help solve these crimes, it would not have been possible without them. So I'm going to take this opportunity to turn it over to Mayor real quick, and I'll get back to you in just a second.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you for everybody who showed up today. As you can see, this is just a sample. I believe over the last 3.5 years there have been close to 1,200 or more weapons removed off the streets, pounds of narcotics. These weapons were used in crimes, connected to crimes. This one here with the white upper, the receiver on it, was used at shooting at police officers. It's these gentlemen's life that were in danger. I want to thank the men and women of the Monroe Police Department, all the other agencies that have been involved. You see multiple people that are here today, the partnerships that we've built with all these agencies, including the parish, the state, and other folks around. But the hard work that was put in by all these men and women and uniformed officers, I can't commend them enough. I can't thank Chief Zorden enough for the work that in his leadership here within the department. And again, Chief made a very important partnership, and that was, and he mentioned it, and that was that of the community. Chief's right. The community's fed up. And it was a tough job when we started to go in to have families talk, because there was trust that needed to be built that we would do the right thing and do it expediently and do it properly. And I'm very proud of the work that they've put in these partnerships that has built the trust in the community to where they can start talking to our police officers, solving crimes quicker, and that means saving lives and helping this community. And so, again, my job here today is to thank the people who are responsible for taking these guns and drugs off the streets, making our community safer, and saying thank you to the community for all your help in helping solve this and working directly and hand in hand with these officers, because they got to go home to their families too. Thank you.
Before I get away, I just want to make sure that we do acknowledge everybody. We've got Darryl Cowan with the Drug Enforcement Administration here. Thank you so much for that. ATF, Trish Pass was our task force officer with them. Strategic part in this. Kathy Sims, 4th District Attorney's Office, and I'm going to try to get her name right. Tennille Gilrith with Western District of Louisiana, and of course Brandon Brown. This wouldn't be possible. But to reiterate, you've got a total of 125 arrests out of 2 major gangs. These gangs have been obliterated, decimated, and what you see normally in these instances is you see the younger ones try to rise up and take over that. We're not seeing that, in part because in order to do these kind of cases, you had to have cooperation. So we developed sources inside these 2 organizations that were telling on each other. So that kind of puts an end to that type of thing. So there's no love in the game. You're only as strong as the person next to you. So I'll open it up to questions if you got any. YNN and Deuce 5. Those are the 2 we focused on.
Okay, and the confiscated weapons and the drugs, were they confiscated from homes or stolen vehicles?
A combination of things. On search warrants, usually, vehicle stops, those types. Anybody else?
What impact do you hope this operation will have on the communities?
Well, I know what impacts it's have. It's reduced. We had 18 homicides in 2023, and 3 of them were determined to be gang-related. When I got here in 2020, we had 22 homicides, and the vast majority of them were them. So we're seeing a turning tide, so to speak, and it's actually made a huge impact, as you can see before you. good. Anybody want to say anything? Forget anybody? Anybody? All right, done. Thank you.